episode. We're off to Mount Kaputar this weekend, which is up near Narrabri. We're going to go see if we can find a pink slug, which is only in that one specific area. And there's some pretty cool rock formations and that sort of thing, so we'll go check all that stuff out.
Do some serious cold weather camping, so we're at an elevation of around 1500 meters, which means it's going to be very cold. But that's okay, just means we need a bigger fire.
That's it. It's Anzac long weekend, so it's going to be fairly chilly. That's
alright. We've survived worse, haven't we, honey?
We have.
But just in case I have the hot water bottles packed, it's like my #1 tip for winter camping. If you're going to go somewhere that's seriously cold, throw the hot water bottles in. You will not regret it. Yeah, follow along. Hopefully we get to see some pink slugs. You know how I feel about the colour pink, so obviously I'm super excited about that.
Slugs is a pretty random one, but...
It is a very random one. I didn't even know that pink slugs existed until we started doing a little bit of research for this trip. Yeah, do some hikes and see what we can find. It's our first view of Mount Kaputar off in the distance there. It's a pretty epic mountain line. About half hour give or take from camp, and very excited to get there, get set up and have a little look around.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh baby, yeah. There was a part of me that knew that, until I'm caught by surprise. I thought you'd always be mine. I guess our dreams.
Alright, we have made it to Mount Kaputar National Park. We are not at the campsite yet, but we just came across a little information bay.
The bottom of the mountain,
yeah.
We go have a look.
Check it out. Get some information because we did forget to download a map before we left service.
So we go take a photo of the one that's here.
So at least then we have a little bit of a reference point. For reference, you don't have service, or at least we don't, and we haven't since we left the sort of the main road just before Narrabri. So
yeah, pretty much once you turn off the highway you don't have much.
Be prepared. We weren't. So for those of you that aren't sure, Mount Kaputar was originally a volcano. It has been dormant for a significant amount of time.
About 20 million years, I believe.
And of course, Joel just likes to fuck with me. So he did say on the way up, hey, I wonder what would happen if it exploded.
Cool footage.
You wouldn't see it because we'd be dead, but you know, there it is. So here we are at that information centre, and we'll be going along this road here, and we'll be staying at Bark Hut, which is where we're booked in here. We made it to the campsite, honey.
We have.
Bark Hut campground.
On my way home, stumbling on the pavement, yeah. No sleep in my body, last night got me wasted, yeah. Ain't nobody calling my phone up just to make sure I get home safe and sound, yeah. I'm pretty sure if I fall down and don't.
And we are all set up, aren't we, honey?
We are. It's not too cold up here, but it's also only 3 o'clock.
So it was about 28 degrees when we turned off like the main road just before Buggerbri, and it was 20 degrees, I think, when we pulled in.
About 17.
About 17. So we dropped about a solid 10 degrees with the altitude. Super steep road up. So there's no caravans allowed up here. Camp trailer and tent camping strictly only, and that's because the road is super thin, super steep, and like it's not too badly maintained, but
yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to come head on with another van there and have to pass them, because it would not be a fun time.
No, you'd have to do some serious reversing. So keep that in mind. It's camper trailer and tent only, but it's pretty little sites. So I think where we're at, there are 3 camper trailer sites.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's only 3 camper trailer sites
that we can see. They're not super well marked out. So like when we were at Coffs Harbour, you had like a site number, that was your site. Here we have, like, you booked a site, but it's a first in, best dressed sort of situation.
Tent sites and camper trailer sites. So there's little signs saying what's what. But yeah, it's just a free for all. You just book a tent or a camper trailer site, and yeah, you go from there.
But yeah, so it's not too bad. I'll give you a little view around of where we're camped.
Definitely bring screw pegs. The ground's super hard.
And Charles had a full workout just getting us set up. Our little camp. And then we've got these bollards so you can't go any further back. But we have a really decently sized fire drum. One that needs a good clearing out. It's obviously well used. Standard fair National Park picnic table. A little bit of area around here. But yeah, super pretty. Hey, honey. Had a little wallaby wander into camp. Looks like a pretty inquisitive little dude over there. Hey, buddy. Hey.
Walk up there and see what he does. What's going on, buddy? Hello. This is our mascot. We've named him Walter. Oh, got too close to Walter. Walter only went behind the tree.
Hey guys, we've just come up to West Kaputar Lookout for the sunset.
She's pretty spectacular.
It's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. You know, set this up to do a time lapse, see if we can get it all on the GoPro and go enjoy the view. And that is sunset from West Kaputar Lookout.
Was amazing.
Definitely 110% worth it. It's gorgeous.
It's come down to check out the Namoy River on our Firewood run. Still, I didn't bring a fishing rod now. She looks very, very coddy. Oh, mate.
Alright, so after a not so quick little dip out of the mountains, we good?
Just Joe went looking at fishing spots.
Honestly, we come to the middle of nowhere and he still finds somewhere that he could have potentially fished. Useless to me.
But we have firewood.
We do have firewood. So it should be toasty warm tonight.
Legally obtained firewood.
Yes. It hurt Joel's soul to have to drive past all of that beautiful dead wood in the national park to have to come out and hunt some down, didn't it,
That's right. That's what stock roots and creek beds are for.
Yep. But yeah, we're good. So we're going to go dump this back at camp and go for an explore that doesn't involve fishing. Well, if that doesn't keep us warm, I'm not sure what will.
Doesn't do for tonight.
for tonight. Can you tell that I live with a pyro?
No, that'll do us for both nights, I think.
Yeah. Beautiful red and dead wood. Specifically for my dad, red and dead, not red is dead. I know.
We might have had to drive an hour to get it legally, but
So be it. We'll be warm. That's right. We're going to do a little walk. It's called the Governor.
Governor Mountain.
So we're definitely going to the lookout, which is only about 300 meters long and tells me that it's quite easy. The summit, but we'll see how we go. We're not fit and I have no balance, so we'll see how we go.
One, but the rock scrambling bit's got April a bit concerned.
I don't want a broken ankle.
So we'll see what happens.
This is the Governor Lookout.
It's an amazing view.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Absolutely insane.
Like at least 180 degrees.
All of the things that you can see. We are facing northwest according to the sign. So, for the very brave souls, if you continue along this walk, which we've decided we're not going to do today because I'm not steady on my feet ever and Joel hates heights, that summit over there
is the Governor.
Is the Governor.
You go down through that little gully and you scramble up sort of through the V in that rock there to the top.
And don't get me wrong, the views would be unmatched, but not today.
No, we're a bit unfit.
That and I just, like, I have no balance. Like,
I hate heights, so.
Yeah. We're gonna call the official lookout it for us and go find something a little bit less death-defying.
So we're at Mount Kaputar summit now. And go, there's just a short walk to the very top of the summit. Go have a look at that and I'll look at the view from there. I'm guessing it's going to be pretty amazing. We made it to the summit, guys. Very unfit, lots of steps.
Lots of steps.
It's not that far, but she's pretty steep. We are here.
We are. So worth it, but I hate steps. Steps are my enemy, but it's so worth it. It's just amazing.
Awesome, yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Pretty well 360 degrees.
Even if the phone tower
Yeah. It's never a good sight.
having a little bit of an impromptu picnic, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are at Mount Kaputar picnic area. We're just going to have a nice little picnic before we have a walk. Okay, another walk for the day. We're doing Lindsay Rock Tops today. And we'll see what it's got to show us.
That's the plan.
Alright, a lava rock. It is
Very cool.
very cool, very weird, but very cool. The slight concern you feel when you get to the top of a walk and find reptiles on rocks warning signs. Thankfully it seems to be about the worst one it's warning us about is a red belly.
After not too bad of a hike, guys, we are at the top of Lindsay's Rock Top walk.
Which is
And-
rock top for quite a literal reason.
Yeah. But she's an awesome view. Very windy,
But amazing.
but amazing.
Sometimes you just got to bum scoot it down. I'm not steady on my feet and I'm not risking a broken ankle a couple of k's from the car.
And this is where April's practicing these things close to home, so when we get to somewhere like Carragini or some far-flung destination that we're never going to get back to again.
We can just send it. Getting the fire all ready for tonight, honey?
Yeah. Camp oven dinner tonight.
I'm super stoked, well, except for the part that I'm in a minute. I'm going to have to get the potatoes and peel the potatoes, but other than that I'm super stoked. Just getting the fire all ready and get it all nice and lit and get it down to some nice coals so we can pop the camp oven on that rack there and keep it going nice and steady. And I'm going to have a chook and baked spuds with pumpkin and maybe sweet potato and carrot if I can be bothered to peel them. We'll see. Chook ready to go in.
The chicken is done.
Ooh, look at that. Looks delicious. Isn't it? For anyone that's cooking on a campfire, if you don't have a set, I do suggest a set of long tongs. They make your life a lot easier. I'm going to wrap him up in foil and pop him just next to the campfire to keep him warm while we finish off our vegetables. And we'll just pop the chook there to keep warm. Looks delicious, honey. Great job. Time for dinner. Morning, guys, and now we get to have my favourite camping tradition ever.
Peanut butter brothers.
Peanut butter brothers. Gotta make sure you get the perfect seal so none of the peanut butter runs away. That is what you call the perfectly cooked jaffle. Good morning, guys. We are heading back down the mountain today to drive all the way back through Narrabri and head back up into the same mountain range to see, what's it called, honey?
Sawn Rocks.
Sawn Rocks, which is, according to the National Parks website, this really cool horizontal rock formation that's caused by like lava cooling at different temperatures millions of years ago. It looks amazing and we are really keen to see it. So we'll bring you guys along and hopefully it's as cool as we think it is. Here we are in the Sawn Rocks car park.
I'm about to walk to the rocks and have a look.
Yeah, let's go see what all the fuss is about. And this is Sawn Rocks. Worth the walk.
Definitely worth the walk, guys. It's so cool. It's definitely worth a 200 step walk down.
We'll tell you if it's worth it when we get back to the top of the steps anyway, but incredible, amazing.
Those full pillars that have fallen out of it on the ground here, they're like, that's amazing. It's like a natural set of steps. It's like they've been stacked there.
Like a perfect little jigsaw puzzle.
Wow. Got a nice little crystal clear creek running through. It's not too much running, but a little bit of water in there.
It's almost like a giant's been playing Jenga here 20 million years ago. Hey guys, so I just thought while we're in the car we'd do a little recap of where we're staying, give you a little bit of a history and geography on everything. I always find this stuff really cool and interesting. I hope you do as well. So we are staying in the Mount Kaputar National Park, which is part of the Nandawea Ranges, which forms a section of the Great Dividing Range. The Nandawea Ranges, specifically Mount Kaputar, was first recorded in 1818, and then it was given the name the Nandawea Ranges. Mount Kaputar is the highest summit of the ranges at just over 1,500 feet, I'm pretty sure. And the first road to the Mount Kaputar summit was not put in until the 60s. Until then it was an incredibly hectic hike all of the way up the mountain, multiple days, only done by, you know, foot or horse. Even the track put in the 60s was very much a take your life into your own hands kind of situation. So it is an incredibly untouched part of the world. I think that the lower lands were originally used for grazing, but this has actually been preserved land since the 1920s and was one of the first national parks to be formally recognised when the National Park Act came in, and I would have to look exactly what that year is because I'm not good enough to remember. But yeah, it's just such an incredible place to look at and super untouched. Like, you can just tell that so much of this mountainside has just been completely untouched by any human interaction whatsoever. It's absolutely wild. And even where we were today at the, I always go to say Sawtorn, but it's not. It's
Sawn Rocks.
At Sawn Rocks, it's just incredible. Like, you humans couldn't do that, what nature can achieve. Mount Kaputar was a volcano. It hasn't been active for 21 million years. And the Sawn Rocks that we're at today was actually caused by lava rapidly cooling at different stages, which is what gives you that church organ octagonal sort of formation in the rock. And it's the single best example of it in Australia, and it's one of very, very few examples at all. So it is so worth the walk down to see it. It's not a long walk. It's only 700 metres plus another 100 metres of steps down to the actual creek bed if you want a bit of a better look, which we did. It was definitely worth it. But yeah, so there is a little bit of history and geography from my limited knowledge of the area. So you will not regret coming to see it. One more walk for the day. We are doing Eckford Lookout walk, just to the lookout. You can continue on the Bunda Buller circuit,
which will take you back around to the walk we did just before.
Yep.
$1.8k return, medium difficulty, about an hour there, I think.
We'll let you know.
I think an hour must be if you're fairly unfit. So the last one said an hour and we done it in about 40 minutes and we didn't walk real quick.
And we sat up there for about 10 minutes just enjoying the view. So probably only about half hour of active walking time.
Yeah.
Fancy pass.
I don't know what you go with these are, don't they? They just stand a bit
Trip hazard. This is Horse Arm Creek Lookout, which is on the Eckford's trail.
We are at Eckford's Lookout. It's a very steep walk down. Down
approximately 57 sets of stairs that we're going to have to climb back up to get up. This was Giles' peak of walking track, by the way.
But the view is pretty spectacular.
Giles got the fun job of doing the dishes tonight.
Yes, I don't know, but it does happen.
only because I used to be a fan of paper and plastic for camping, because it's my holiday too when I'm not doing the dishes, and Joel used to whinge at me all the time and be like, you need real plates to eat proper food. Didn't you, honey?
I did.
So he gets to do the dishes while we're camping. We're also back from the last walk that we did. Our GoPro actually died just after we were at the lookout, so we have no footage from us absolutely dying on the way back up. That is a lot of stairs, man. Wasn't it, hun?
It's quite steep.
Yeah. It might only be... I was dying. It might only be a 1.8k return, which sounds, you know, lovely and easy and doable, but it is, some of it's near vertical.
From what we can gather, the loop track is lots flatter, so probably better off doing that and just walking the loop. And then if you got 2 cars with you, get someone to park at the other one.
There's the loop which goes from the first one we were at, the Lindsay Rocks, around to, what was that lookout that we were at?
Eckford.
Eckford's lookout. Goes from one lookout to the other. It's about 3k loop, but from what we can gather, it's basically pretty well flat once you get down to Eckford's lookout. So you're only pretty well going downhill, which is much better than uphill. So learn from our mistakes, learn from our blisters, and explore yourself.
Unless you're really fit, then just run with it.
Yeah, but we aren't. You've only got to take one look at it to know we're not fit.
But we're doing this so we get fitter. That's the plan.
Or until we die, whichever one comes first. What's for dinner, love?
We are having chibis and carrot, and I'm gonna have sausages. April's just gonna have chips and carrot.
Because they're my favourite.
Because she's a weirdo.
Probably also true.
But yeah, that's the plan. Some nice camp oven chibis.
Everything tastes better when it's cooked on the campfire. Excellent, honey. Chips are done.
Chibis are done.
Sausages are cooked. Carrots are done. Ready for din din. Dinner's served. Morning, guys.
Morning.
It's very early, a little bit before 6 AM. Today's Anzac Day. Normally, if we were at home, we would be attending a dawn service, but since we're away, we're not attending a dawn service, so we're making our own. We've come up to a lookout. We'll watch the sunrise and we'll have a minute's silence, because never forget that without the Anzac sacrifice, without their hardship, we wouldn't be able to explore this country and the freedom and the peace that we can today. So one early morning and 1 minute's peace is certainly the least we can do.
Yeah. That's it for this weekend at Mount Kaputar, guys. Make sure you pick up all your rubbish and leave your campsite better than you found it. Make sure your fire's out and contained. Don't leave any rubbish behind, guys. They're all packed up. Unfortunately, we've got to head home. Absolute cracking spot that, guys. I definitely recommend coming here.
Last walk of the trip, hun.
Last one. It's only a short one. Just the one near camp.
Yep, we're all packed up at camp, ready to go home, but this is the last one that we had sort of not got to. It's actually the one that's right next to our campsite, so it was one of those situations where I was like, it's okay, we'll do it tomorrow, and
now here we are, all packed up and before we leave.
Super easy one, hopefully, but it's only 650 metres return, 30 minutes, easy grade, so hopefully.
Hopefully.
this is Yagala Rock Lookout. That is Yagala Rock just there. Last lookout of the weekend, last walk of the weekend. I'm gonna head home, unfortunately.
Yep.
All good things must come to an end, right?
That's it. Just get to go plan the next trip, which is always fun.
Yeah. We've already have a couple coming up, so plus camping's addictive, so I'm sure we'll squeeze a few in that we haven't got planned yet.
Yep.
Not to mention our new boat, so
Lots of fishing.
lots of fishing. We're gonna have a busy year.
We are.
Bring you all along.
There's also a little walking track off Yagala Rocks lookout track, guys. There's a little waterfall down in the gully to the right of the track. It's a bit of a track that leads down. If you're really adventurous, I believe you'd be able to get to the bottom of the waterfall. But if you come down probably 20 metres, there's a little rock platform that you can sort of see it from and have a quick look. I'm not going to scramble down there today because we've got a 5-hour drive home. So yeah, well worth a look.
Okay, so just to do like a little summary and recap of the camping sites from this weekend. So we stayed at Bark Hut for the entire weekend, which is one of 2 available campsites in the Mount Kaputar National Park. The other one is Dawson Springs. Dawson Springs is the bigger of the 2. It actually has 3 cabins available for use as well. I'm not sure what the pricing is there. We didn't look. To camp, it is $12 per person per night. Both campsites have flushing toilets and they both have running hot showers. However, be prepared that it is gravity fed water pressure and instant gas hot water. So it is not going to be boiling hot and it is not going to have excessive pressure, but after a day of bushwalking it is very much appreciated anyway. At Bark Hut, you have to book your site and you have to state whether you are like drive on or walk on. So there are only 4 drive on and 5 walk on at Bark Hut, and then it's first come first serve. So the earlier in the day you get there, the more likely you are to get a good site. Dawson Spring, I keep wanting to say Dawson's Creek. Dawson Spring, however, is allocated sites. So you go on and book and pick your site. If you're in a camper trailer, we did go over to Dawson Spring and have a bit of a look. Campsites 2.
Number 2 is bad.
2 is bad.
Unless you've got a really small camper trailer, and ours is pretty little one, we still wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
The rest were pretty good.
1, 3, 4 and 5 were the ones that we pegged specifically. I think it was 4 as being like what we would pick if we went to that campsite. So yeah, other than that, it's just all the standard things in national parks. Remember, you can't collect firewood in a national park. You've got to drop back out of it to get firewood, and you can only use the provided fire drums.
But up here, like, drop half an hour back down off the mountain, and there's a heap of stock roots, and there's a fair bit of wood laying around on them, which you can collect.
Yeah. So I think that's about all the information you sort of need to pack your own setup up and head up here, because it is totally worth it.
Every time.
Alright.
That's it for this one, guys.
Yeah, Mount Kaputar Park, definitely worth the visit.
Yeah, there's some awesome rock formations up here. I would definitely recommend coming up here.
Especially if you're into hiking and bushwalking. We've only done 5 of the 11 available tracks this weekend, so we did the 5 easy ones. But they range from, 600 metres to a lookout right up to 20k overnight one, and they're all really well marked out. And
yeah, there's something here for everyone, guys, so if you're into that sort of thing, I'd definitely recommend. And even if you're not, just come for a look, because it's amazing.
It's gorgeous, yeah. Cold, don't forget your jumpers, but gorgeous. Yeah, so as always,
thanks for watching.
Yeah, don't forget to check out TikTok, Instagram and all of that, and as always, we'll catch you next time right here at Just Send It Adventures.
You!